EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower. We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the New Orleans Saints. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line. Good job over there, baby. Good job over there,
A
baby.
first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
Alvin Kamara hit the NFL with a bang, had double-digit touchdowns in his first 2 seasons. Now, production fell off a little bit last year. Just 6 times did he find the end zone. But his ability to run it and catch it out of the backfield makes it hard to cover. Look for a bounce-back season in 2020.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. A.J. Bouye, the fine quarterback, there to make the play defensively. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
this run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Gain of 13. It's a first down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Now Gordon on first down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 17-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Breeze. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 16 yards, a first down. That catch, by the way, number 505 of his career, and that ties him with a couple of other tight ends for the past, Frank Wycheck and Dallas Clark.
And those guys were excellent players, but how about what we're seeing right now? 505 and rising. What a nice career he's put together.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now Breeze on third down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. Demario Davis there on the stop.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it'll bring up 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Kamara. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Forced out to his left. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop. 8 yards to go on 2nd down.
At the 32-yard line.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. It's a gain of 5, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 34. for Latavius Murray. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
He's tackled it.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
Second and 8 coming up. On play action. Now Breeze. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack. And I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run it with Kamara. On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Kamara trying again. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. A couple extra tight ends are in. 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll run. Here's Burton, the fullback. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mike Burton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
24-yard line.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Here's a give to Lindsey. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 yards on the play, first down.
I know people see Philip Lindsay's role in Denver changing a bit with the arrival of Melvin Gordon, but I think Gordon's going to be more of an enhancement for Lindsay. Maybe he won't carry it as often, but now he'll be much more effective as a two-headed monster in the backfield. Both of them can run it inside, get to the perimeter, and catch the ball in the backfield and move the sticks.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
First down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Let's go, D.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Saints' 49-yard line.
Get the ball. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic.
Out of the gun now on third down. And that will be incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now Breeze on the bootleg. Throwing the comeback route. He's got the hook up to Thomas. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The end result, 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now a play fake. Breeze. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Eluding the pressure right. That'll be complete to Cook.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Saints on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From midfield, here's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver.
Kareem Jackson.
So a pick six there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick six going the other way.
He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6.
Makes the score Broncos 7, Saints 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen.
And Breeze is intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Simmons. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Alexander.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
He'll take over first.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. On 1st down, Breeze.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they've peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver.
Brandon, we spent time with this team before the game, and there was never any indication that they did not like their kicker.
Well, it shows right now that they didn't like their kicker. Why didn't they just go through the goalposts and take the lead?
That is going to be the question that has to be answered. I don't know about you, but I'm skipping my flight. I'm going to the post-game press conference to find out what they were thinking.
Instead of playing conservative, they go through the air, and what a stunning turn of events. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Breeze now on first down. Looking here for Smith downfield. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Intended for Traquan Smith. Incomplete. A.J. Boye on the coverage.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. He's going to go up top again. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
A.J. Boye on the coverage.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. The final shot before half for Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Driscoll, and he whips that one incomplete there. Cortland Sutton, first-time Pro Bowler. He was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Push him back. 56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That one unable to develop. Never got going. A loss of a couple. And it's second down. Second and 12. Now a handoff for Lindsey. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Again, it's Kamara. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
And that's going to be in. Complete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now it's the backup Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. For Jameis Winston, boy, an NFL record 7 pick-sixes thrown last year, part of his 30-interception season. And he throws another wayward ball here that's returned the distance. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6.
The score, Broncos 21, Saints 6. Brandon McManus to kick off.
So they throw the pick-six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, the Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Back to it after the pick-six. Winston. Looking long for Thomas. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into
double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsay, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6.
The score, Broncos 28, Saints 6. Brandon McManus.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. And it winds up a terrific return, but markers are down. And this is going to come all the way back. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the gun, Winston. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. That time, Bradley Chubb shooting in there for the sack. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It was Cameron Jordan who came in and got him.
49-yard line.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Another run by Lindsey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
3rd down and 12.
Check, 47. Watch the backer.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He'll find Lindsey here. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line.
At their own 3-yard line.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And that gets him a little room as he'll take this up over the 10-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Now left side on the swing pass. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by the rookie Michael Ojemudia. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Winston's pass intercepted. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me. 56.
This quick pass complete to Sutton. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
So finally, at this stage of the game, he lets his legs carry him for a big-time 1st down. But I think this is all set up by his eyes throughout the game. He's been taking it all in as he's watched this thing unfold. And finally, the eyes carried the legs and took him downfield.
And you're right. His longest run of the game waited until the 4th quarter, and maybe that lulled the defense to sleep a little bit. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsay with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. And the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A gain of 27.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
First down.
Ready. We're waiting. 50's the line. You're not ready. You're not ready.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. 3 yards the gain there, second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey, and he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down.
The line of scrimmage.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
4th down.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
A gain of 20.
A nice gain of 21 yards.
First down, Saints.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Hey, Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50. I got you. I got you. Check 50. Check 50. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Play action now. Winston. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by the rookie Michael O.J. Mudia. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That's going to set him back 5 yards. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Ready. 47 is the mic. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache.
And it's a fumble. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
2nd and 12, operating from the 39. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
You can fold it, you can stand firm. I'm a real one, so I ain't concerned. I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch him work, watch him hate, watch him learn, can't relate, watch his skirt.
The Broncos on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
47. Check, 47. I got you, pump.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's lazy, and to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the 1st down marker. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here's Matt Bosher now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Everson Griffin, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It's 2nd down.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
They go play action. Winston. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Here's a first down throw that's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now it's a bootleg with Winston. And now here is another interception. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
They were just trying to give their offense a little more room down near their own goal line, but this is just going to make things worse.
Line of scrimmage back at their own 3 now as they come up 2nd and long. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Denver, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Saints, their woes continue as the record falls now to 1-10. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons.